37-yard run.
Hey Roadrunners, welcome back. I've got a very special guest. This tall, handsome young man just graduated from UTSA, and you know what he gets to say? He's a conference champion. His name is Tyler. I'm gonna let him just say a little bit what he's doing right now and what he's looking forward to in life. Hey Tyler, go ahead.
Right now, graduated last December, actually bought a house here in San Antonio, so got through the process of selling that, and then went through the kind of a mentoring process with Mr. Crabtree here. It was awesome, great mentor, got me through, the different things that school doesn't teach you that you really need to know going forward into life. So I'm actually moving up to the McKinney, Dallas area, building a house in Princeton, so just kind of going forward and putting my one foot in front of the other, but trying to figure it out. But finally made it back to UTSA as a fan, not as a player.
As a fan, right? Isn't it weird?
It'll be a cool experience.
Isn't it weird? I mean, you're going to be stressed. You're going to be as stressed as you were player. Probably more, to be honest with you, because you can't be out there going, I see it. What is he doing? Oh, I see it, right?
Well, the good thing is, all the coaches are the same, all the players are the same, so I can tell them and they can tell me, and I can be in the game as if I was playing just on the sideline. So I'll know what the play calls are, I'll know what people's responsibilities are, so I get kind of an in-depth look as a fan, but also, okay, on this play, I know exactly what they're running, and I can kind of be hopeful for the outcome. So it's a cool perspective, but I'm excited. It'll be really cool.
So Tyler made the official last tackle of the regular season in a championship game. Look him up. That's him making the last tackle. The next two plays are Hail Marys, and the ball doesn't get anywhere. So he makes the last official tackle. So that's something to say. He can say, I'm the last tackler of the 2022 regular season. He's laughing about this. Man, we've had so much fun. So how we met is Pat Kleins came to me and said, hey, do you know anything? Do you have any jobs or anything like that? I said, well, I don't, but I can talk to him, see what he wants to do. And then it turned into a process of, well, let me see your resume. Let me see what you're telling yourself to prospective employers. Because trust me, I have had to look for too many jobs, right? And so I have enough life experience in that. So what I just said, hey, I would look at trying this way. And to Tyler's credit, I really, and I'm going to say it right here, for everybody who watches this, I held no high hopes. I said, yeah, he's probably just going to blow off what I said. Well, let me tell you something. He was taking notes, and the next time we met, which was a Friday later, he had his resume completely rewritten. And I didn't say you had to rewrite it. I just said, hey, think about this. And I said, but also listen to other people, right? And I said, find yourself, find your voice. And I think that's allowed him to when he communicates his resume out, to be who he is, what he's done. Because he's far more than an NCAA, FBS scholarship athlete. So for everybody, he came here as a
walk-on.
Walk-on what?
I was a walk-on wide receiver.
Walk-on wide receiver, and he ends up being a linebacker and making the final tackle of the 2022 regular season. Is that awesome or what? That's life. That's making the most of everything you do.
It's one of Coach Traylor's, most famous sayings is trust the process. You don't know where it's going to lead you. You have goals, obviously. You want to get a certain place in life, but knowing people and accepting help. You can't be too prideful to think that you have it all figured out. And that's in athletics, that's in life, that's in jobs, that's everything. So accepting what people have, like criticism, but constructive criticism and just advice, accepting that for what it is and not taking it personal, and then taking that next step forward. And I'm a big believer in God, and so just trusting that plan for what He has for you, and then going forward, I think is really important for not only athletes out there, young athletes, but anyone that's trying to go forward in life.
And that's what I told him when he was doing his resume. I said, this is just an idea. Just rewrite it. Just not rewrite it, but change your approach. You have a lot of good experience, but let's try it this way. See what you think. Shop it. See what other people think, and maybe you find what you want. It was never a Tyler, you're wrong here. Tyler, you're right here. It was, oh, I see what you've got, but I don't think you're really showing yourself, right? You've got to sell yourself in this world. And to Tyler's credit, again, I said I've never asked anybody when I do stuff. Pat can attest to it. Pat gets me shirts and stuff like that. Pat Kleins, he's got all this stuff, and he does that. I never ask him for anything. I might say, hey, Pat, you got tickets? Because I want to go to a road game or something like that. He's, yeah. I go, okay, well, I'll get them from you if you don't mind, and I'll buy them from him, right? But this, that's probably backwards. But that's 210. That's an official helmet sticker. I hope he doesn't get in trouble for saying that. But you know what? It's going in my back pocket. It's mine. He's done lost it for forever. Anyway, I just hope you guys enjoyed this. I've talked to Balin Baker. I've talked to Andrew Martell and Savion Harris and another guy, Kyle Collins. He played for the golf team. He would, And so,
All good dudes,
and so I hope we do this more often. I hope we have more of y'all when it's not the next level, but it's like playing life, regular life, coming back and just enjoying being with us. Because I'm telling you, we win at tailgate. We win at tailgate. LSU might be great at it, but we still win. We'll pound for pound, I'd take them on. Bring them back down to the welterweight class, and I think we could take them. We ain't quite heavyweights yet.
Sure. Not yet.
Not yet. All right, well, say hi to Tyler whenever you see him. Like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you think. Talk to you later. Woo! Birds up, baby. Are you ready? It's a big game. Are you ready? He seems ready. He's focused. Are you focused? I think you're focused. I think he's focused. Let's go, Roadrunners. Boom! Hey, Roadrunners, what'd you think about that interview with Tyler, huh? What an awesome kid. What an awesome experience it was for me to get to know him, to understand what he was going through college and trying to make his way in life after football, right? Wonderful kid, wonderful kid. If you know a former athlete and you can help in any way, shape, or form, help them find their way. But anyway, the interview itself speaks volumes in and of itself, so I don't have to cover any more than to say it's been my pleasure and been my honor and my learning experience also to go through it. So now let's talk about the Roadrunners. You know I'm going to bring it up. Good Lord. I know we were 2-3 for fourth downs, and we got a critical fourth down to salt the game away. But we were up 10, kick the field goal, go up 13, play the numbers game. Here's the thing that kills me is if we go up 13, even if they score a touchdown, we're up 6. We don't have to score a touchdown to keep the game extended outside of their reach, right? We can go down, Sackett put another field goal up for us. Yeah, maybe he misses. But you know what? You missed on fourth down, so you can't play that game. We can only play the opportunity game, right? Give Sackett an opportunity for a inside 40-yard field goal to go up 9. Next thing you know, Western Kentucky has to do things they don't want to do, right? They can't run the football with a quarterback sneak from 2 yards out, right? Because that just burns game clock on them. Now, we won. And I said it was going to come down to the line of scrimmage of whether we could keep Frank healthy, clean, and we could run the ball. Boy, did we run the ball. I tell you what, Brennan had himself a game. Catching the pass, too. I mean, he's really looking like the Brendan Brady we saw in Conference USA late last year. Just making those big plays, those one-handed grabs, finding his small holes here and there. And next thing you know, he's got 7 yards when you swear he's only going to get 3. He had a great game. He had a great game running the ball. What I think Traylon is missing, I think Traylon's trying to hit the big home run. And I'd love to see him square up a little bit more, put his foot in the ground, make the cut, and go. And go, go, go. Because he's got the lightning, right? It's going to come down to, for our Roadrunners going on, you saw those injuries. I mean, I felt sorry for the 2 players. Western Kentucky had one carted off. It's just, I don't know how this team is handling all the adversity they're handling. They're eating right. They're saying their prayers. They're taking their vitamins, right? And they're showing up and they're winning every day. That's how you succeed. But how long can we go through this with these type of issues? How many football teams can have these injuries? Here's all I know. At this point in the season, I said at the beginning of the season, if we won 7 games, I'd be ecstatic. If we won 8 games, I'd be off the moon answering last year's conference championship victory, right? So we got 4 chances are we got FIU. They're down. There's a chance for 5 victories. We're not that far away from getting what is successful season. I think we really need some help on the defensive line. We lost a very big body for the season. You could see it. He's not coming back, right? And that's some beef that we got there. We got kids that understand technique. We got kids that understand how to push, leverage, and everything. But at some point, that size, that lack of size, the lack of depth starts wearing on you, especially when we play teams that can run the football pretty well. Explains why Middle Tennessee State was a harder game for us. Because I don't know if you saw, UAB just slapped Middle Tennessee State around. Now, of course, Middle Tennessee State, you know what? Could have had a letdown after losing to us. They might have packed it in as a team in that regard. Take nothing away from UAB. We know they're good. They're one of the 3 favorites, right? We are still, until we're not. Western Kentucky was still until they're not. And now UAB until they're not. All I know is we're 2-0 in conference. Here's what was beautiful to see was that pass play. And I'm going to go back to that 4th down play, right? 4th down call. We stayed the same formation, but we did something different. And Western Kentucky had that defended. It was crazy how it's almost like they knew the signal. Because they were right there in Cephas, stretching out and putting that ball right on the yard marker, which is what kills me. I don't understand how they even had to review it. I mean, he put the ball on the ground right there where the yard marker was. I know it's not super official, but that's as official as it gets, right? And he boom, because it was on that side where the chains are. Wasn't on our side. We don't have the chains on our side. We have them across the field. And boom, he put it right there. We're like, why are you reviewing it? But you know what? We got the review. It was a proper call. I just think we shouldn't have been in that situation at all, right? You can't overlook in victory what you wouldn't in, right, defeat. And I'm going to say that. Now, in that pivotal 4th down play, you could see Frank kind of held his hand out there like, I didn't want you to take the ball. He's like holding, he's like, I want it back, right? You could see it on the replay. You could see it during the play. And give it to the running back. He thought they had a good push, and we just didn't have the push, right, to get that. We'd been running the football pretty well. We had over 200 yards rushing, right? Frank had 273 yards throwing the ball. We outgained Western Kentucky by like less than 10 yards. But we kept Western Kentucky one-dimensional. And that is beautiful to see. That was beautiful to see. And at the end of the game, when the game was over, Mayfield was picking up his helmet. I said, hey, defense. And Mayfield looked, I said, way to knuckle up. Because they really had to bring it to seal that game for us. There's no lie. All intents and purposes, Western Kentucky, I'm telling you, if they don't do that, they gave us a gift with that onside kick, and we don't get that. That was a beautiful play by the up man. He saw that ball kicked. He saw it. He went and dove at it, man, and he got it. There was, if he doesn't dive at it, which he's taught to do, there's a chance he picks it up and takes it to the house the opposite way. You can do that. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not in college. I know you can in the pros. I don't know about college. I'd have to look that up. But he secured the ball. We went right back down 2 plays, touchdown. Maybe 3 plays. But it was great to see. And we did a throwback. I said over under. I took the over. We only did one. We did throw it back to Frank, but we did have Frank roll out and then zip it back, right? So we're good at those trick plays. They're not trick plays. It's just knowing the other team, getting the team to overcommit because their defense is struggling to stop us, and then you burn them with it, right? Because I'm telling you, if they play us straight up like that, the holes for our running game starts opening up, as any team happens, right? Now, what was interesting to see, and I don't know if you guys saw it when you were in the game or watching on there, but it really looked like Western Kentucky was spying Frank with 2 linebackers or some combination of linebacker and dime back, right? So whenever they had more defensive backs on the field, nickel coverage, whatever, they were definitely spying Frank. Because whenever he went one way, it was always a different player.
but it looked like they played half the field after he burned them early in the first quarter. It looked like they were using players to do that. Now, with that being said, I think that's where our coaching staff, I don't think they noticed it until late in the game, and then we just diced them up with some deeper passes, right? Zakari, what can you say? Cephas, what can you say? Clark, what can you say? I harp on how good they are. And boy, are they money. When we needed them, those were 2 great catches for touchdowns. Man, incredible, right? Now, Carpenter got himself a touchdown. I don't remember him getting a touchdown. He must have run one in for us. We had 4 touchdowns. I know Brady had one. Frank had one. I don't remember Carpenter getting one because we only scored. Did he catch one? Was he the other guy? I don't know. Because anyway, I'd have to really look it up. I don't look too deeply into the stats, right? I kind of look at the feel of the game because football's feel. You can have the worst stats, but if you suck a team into playing down to your level, into what you do, think about it. If you can get a team, how many times you say, we want to turn them one-dimensional? How many times do you say, we want them to defend the run? And then you see a quarterback throw for 150 yards, but somehow he has 2 touchdown passes. Because you're so good at running the ball, right? That's what we want. We want people to play us like we're great at throwing the ball, which number 1 in FBS, we are. And they stop defending the run. Next thing you know, everybody's got 200 yards rushing as a team. That's exactly what happened against Western Kentucky, and that won us the game. Now, I don't want to play them again. I'm telling you, this is getting – they're great games. The last 3 have been great games. But, man, my blood pressure, my heart just can't – I don't know. My brain, you can't – I don't know. I don't know how fans do it. I don't know. I mean, credit to Western Kentucky. They're a great program. They definitely have it still rolling. They just need to find a defense. They probably got a little bit better defense this year than they had last year. You know, we're a little diminished without Sincere. There's no doubt about that. But we still ran the ball. But we only put up 31 points. Remember, last year we put up 52 and 49 on them. So maybe there's a little let down on us. Maybe they picked up a little bit on defense, and it still wasn't quite enough, right? We held them to 28. That's the best we've done against them that I can remember, because I'm pretty sure in the 5 meetings, I think every meeting they've scored plus 40 on us. I'm pretty sure early in there when it was Jeff Brom, beat us pretty bad in our early year in the Conference USA. Let's see what we got. We got FIU coming up. Let's see how that plays out. Let's see how the injuries start making our team feel. But I'm telling you, we got kids playing hard. We got kids playing hard, and they need to be appreciated big time, because I'm telling you, you can't name an FBS program that plays harder than UTSA does. You see, your eyes don't deceive you. Results may not show it, but there's very few FBS teams that play harder than UTSA. Anyway, Roadrunners, I hope you enjoyed the game. It was less than 23,000, a little disappointing for having a rematch of the Conference USA title game, and knowing that it was 52 to 46 and then 49 to 42 or whatever it was in the championship game. So to me, it makes no sense why we didn't have 27,000 fans there. Being a 5 o'clock game, have all the time to get there. Oh, maybe that was it. Maybe a lot of people are like, I don't want to be stuck trying to get out of the parking lot at 9 o'clock at night and have my night ruined. I don't know. Who knows? But all I know is we walked away with a victory. We overcame some adversity we created when Brendan fumbled the football, and we won. That's a sign of a team that's well coached, a team that's listening, and a coaching staff that's coaching, right? That's bringing everybody up. Pick every player that shows up on that field, puts laces on, right? Laces them up, puts a jersey on, wears a helmet during all those practices. Matters. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got going forward. Anyway, Roadrunners, it was fun. I hope you enjoyed the Tyler Mahnke interview at the beginning of this. And peace out. Woo!